So we're just about to open now, and prices, bro. I don't even know. Like, pre-market hasn't even closed yet. We're literally just about to open, and yeah, we're making new highs. The highs were literally here a second ago, I swear. Yeah, look. When I got on the charts, the highs were here, and now. Yeah, we'll have to. I don't even know if I'll mark out pre-market highs. I marked out price opening gap from Friday. Okay, there's no point, bro. I'm not even gonna mark out. So I said, well, just take price opening gap on NQ. Now, I really am not expecting to trade today. I'm not gonna lie, because look at the gap from Friday. So no news Monday as well. So that's it. There's nothing going on tomorrow. I already went through this on another video. Yeah, all week looks great for trading other than today, and it's Monday. So honestly, I'm probably gonna stop recording pretty soon and just chill and just watch price. It could be a continuation model day, but again, I'm not in a rush to get into anything. We could have an SMT forming off the price opening gap. We are in 4-hour bearish structure, but 1 hour's bullish, everything else is bullish, including the daily. So we've already took out obviously previous day's low, and the weekly. If we wait, there we go. We've got a weekly fair value gap that we might want to tap, and we got this big ass weekly fair value gap even further below. But yeah, actually we can compare this on NQ now as well. So okay, no fair value gap on the first week, but on the second week we've still got a big gap. So yeah, not gonna lie. I mean, we were getting a sweep. I think shorts could be valid, but with reduced risk today if we get a sell. And same with, look, we've got an S&T here, so literally right now, it's just looking for that setup. But I'm not in a rush to trade. I don't care about today, to be honest. I might not even. I'll just have to see what market does. I mean, it's a pretty good sweep. I like the sweep. And another thing, because we're 1 hour bullish, I would have to see a 5-minute break of structure and continuation rather than a 1 minute. I think that's the way to go about it. If everything is perfectly lined up, then 1 minute entries are golden, but if not, then 1 minute is the go-to. Sorry, 5 minute. If like the structure is against each other. Let's check ES, bro. Honestly, if we tag this price opening up, I'm probably just gonna not even trade, because I don't think it's worth it. When we're gonna have volatility tomorrow, we're gonna have quite a lot going on. We've also got pretty good setups that we could get here. Inverse fair value gap setup. You know, like if we had something like this, that would be pretty cool. Okay, market's actually pushing. I mean, price action is price action. If structure tells me to enter, then I'll definitely look at a setup, because we've had sweep. We did sweep pre-market highs ever so slightly, and we got that SMT on price opening gap. And when I say price opening gap, I mean where the previous day closed. So the New York Stock Exchange closes at 9 for UK time on a Friday, so that's where I mark it out. The 30-minute candle at 8:30 closes at 9. That's where stock exchanges close, and then there's a 2-hour period, and the first hour is just after market close, after market hours, and then we have spread hour. I mean, I'm surprised at how much price is actually moving for a Monday, especially coming into market open. But hey man, let's see what gold's been doing today. Let's do a little back test whilst we're here. So 4 hour bullish, 1 hour. Let's smack out London. Okay. 1 hour bullish. I mean, it already was, but we got a new higher high or higher low. So we would have wanted this swept, which we haven't actually done until New York Forex session. But this could still, maybe we can do a live test. Okay. Let's do that, live test. Because it's literally a sweep of Asia. Breaker structure, target, external high. So 1 to 2, 3, 4 R. So that could be take profit 1 at the London highs. Take profit 2 at Asia highs. There we go. Look at that. Let's see how that plays out. This is literally the gold London strategy, but this is just playing out in New York Forex section maybe. So we can still test it out, because this model can work across each session. Right, we'll leave that there for now. We can have a look what we're doing it. Oh, okay. Coming back up. Still not tapping it on the S. I'm liking this. It's just a waiting game, bro. Do you know what? I'm probably gonna stop recording. I can wait, because gotta wait till macro anyway. So I'll stop for 10 minutes, chill out, and see where price is at when I get back. Okie dokie. This is how the trade's playing out. Now, I wanted to add that I probably would have got stopped out at break even here, because like I said, tag pre-market highs, stop losses at break even then. So yeah, we had a big displacement down. We came back into these 1 minute fair value gap and inverse fair value gap before respecting it again. So yeah, we came back in, displaced back up. We maintained bullish order flow on the 5 minute while it's coming back down into this. So again, you could avoid. I mean, this could have been a second entry, because look, it was within my time frame, and look again, really respecting it. If we check NQ here, I don't know. Was there an SMT there? NQ. So there was on those lows, I'm just looking at. Yeah, so there was an SMT here off these lows. But again, NQ was the lagging index there, but overall, ES was the lead. I say the leading index, or at least I should. Well, ES lagged behind because NQ was the one that moved down initially on pre-market lows, and ES didn't. So yeah, ES was the lagging one, but that makes it better for the for longs to take place. And then, like I said, yeah, you could have easily have waited for a 1 minute break of structure, fair value gap, or equilibrium, and you could have got another setup here. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna hit the take profit today, which is great. What was that, 1 to 3 RR pretty much? But like I said, if I had entered that even with half risk, it would have been here, and then it would have been back down, and got stops at break even. If we're being honest, because like I said, that's our first kind of draw here. Yeah, our first draw was definitely here. Like I said, the price opening gap, the previous day close, that was to be filled. And the reason I use this as an example is because look at the reaction off of that. We could have easily reacted off of the price, because we did. We reacted off price opening gap, we inversed the 5 minute, so technically you could count this as a break of structure, and we reacted hard off it. So it wasn't like we just tagged it and then little reaction back up. We really reacted. Like, price wanted, sellers wanted to sell off and come back down here, but then buyers used these confluences here to fill more orders, and then push back up. So it's a shame. I mean, I'm glad I didn't enter because it's a no news Monday. Price doesn't usually move well, and price didn't really move well leading into the setup. If we look here, like I said, it's just kind of iffy up until where we actually start making moves. So yeah, I'm totally happy that we didn't enter, and you know, we're going to have a lot of volatility coming into the markets. And what I'm going to be hoping for now is, because surely we're going to break structure on the 4. I mean, we might not do it. We've got 48 minutes, but look, we're about to push past this whole gap, and we're definitely going to close below that, above that now. And then I would probably see this higher low closing above and breaking structure, and then I imagine we just keep going up and up. If we look at NQ, that is most likely going to break structure now. So again, I don't think, I mean, we can look at if there was a setup. I mean, 1 minute break of structure, yeah, we got a fair value gap fill in the inverse, so a similar setup like that. Stop loss there. I mean, it wouldn't have, I don't think it'd be as good risk reward. 1 to 6, 1 to 1.7. So still a valid trade, but yeah, this is why you trade the lagging index, because RSC, well, however you look at it, but considering ES was the one that you'd want to trade based off the SMT, even gave a better risk reward, and that's how I'm usually seeing these things now. Again, this is always good data. We can use this in future. It sucks because we had did we have a winning live test on Friday? No, that got stopped out at break even. But for this, like I said, even if we risked half, it'd be 3% up on the 70k, because I would have just used 1% instead of 2%. Or could have always gone for a 1 to 2 on 2% risk, but again, I don't think that's worth it. I would rather wait for, you know, proper solid price action. I mean, we got the price action, but we weren't fully. If we were in a 4-hour uptrend before market open, I would have been long in this all day long. And maybe I can make the argument, because this has happened a couple of times now, where we're in 4-hour bearish order flow, but everything else, like the daily, the 1 hour, I'm starting to see that long setup or setups within that overall daily trend. The 4 hours just trending for the retrace on the daily. Because look, we came into this daily fair value gap again, which we respected. We've come back down into it, and then we've reacted off of it. So yeah, in future I'm probably going to start looking at this as good confluence to take longs off. It is heartbreaking to see, like, look, would have had some good profit if I had took a trade on the live air. It would have been 1500 more profit, and then that would have been one trade off passing. But again, can't rush these things, and I can't force trades when, like I said, I was unsure about this trade when I first went for it, so it's always better not to enter. Because if I entered it and we lost, I would have been like so mad, because it would have been against, one, my rules, and two, my own psychology. I do definitely not want to go against that, even if my bias is all correct, and even if it was within order flow, but I was still unsure. It's better to just not trade it, because that's totally going against your psychology, and that's just going to create bad habits, revenge trades, etc., especially if you're wrong. Obviously we were right, and this would have been like, oh cool, we're right, and then I might have done it again and lost, and then again and then again, and then I would, until you lose accounts. And that's how you lose accounts, because you don't become disciplined, you lose sense of vision of where you're going and what you want to do. So yeah, I'm still totally happy with my decision. It's disappointing, but we acknowledge that we've got to move on from it. So tomorrow is going to be a decent day, I think, bullish day, because we're going to break structure here, and we're going to have a really good confluences for longs. So I look forward to that. Probably a 4 hour pullback entry into a 4 hour for value gap with a sponsored low, so maybe pre-market lows or London lows, maybe even Asia lows, crossed over with a 4 hour or even a 1 hour fair value gap with the reaction that we want. Perfect. Longs all day long. So yeah, even though 15 minute was a bit choppy and open, the 30 minute looked better. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else I might have missed, because look, 1 hour looks fine. I'm just thinking, did NQ do anything interesting on market open? Okay, look, we got this 30 minute gap that we filled, okay, and a 1 hour gap, so I could have always used that as a good confluence, especially within an SMT. So maybe that's definitely something to look back on for future pricing if we're in this situation again, where we're in a 4 hour bearish order flow downtrend, but then we get all these positive confluences. Like I said, we can just de-risk, half risk, especially because it's a Monday, and see how it goes. But what I'll probably do is, when we come across this situation again, I'll probably just live test it one more time, because I need to see consistency. Now we've had two similar of these setups where it's been positive, so then obviously with probability we're not going to win every trade. So this is why I want to live test this again. If we can get 3 trades out of it, then and I might lose the 4th one if I took the 4th one, which is fair, but at least I know it consistently happens. But yeah, this is just live test day, so it looks like we're going to hit take profit very soon. Yeah, bro, it's a shame, but that's what happens. We can't win every trade, we can't catch every winning trade. I mean, we could have caught this, but like I said, this is just good for data. There we go, about to hit it. But yeah, this is just super good for data collection, and yeah, we'll be able to remember this, consider it in the future, and it can maybe get us an next trade, because one trade like this would be good for the week on full risk. I mean, it's Monday, so it would have been half risk, so I probably would have been looking for one more sell for the week. So I've got to think of things like that, because if there's opportunity in the market, I need to take it. I can't be scared. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, I was unsure, so I didn't take it, and it went against my 4 hour trend. So yeah, I'll look at this data, I'll look into some more research and see if that's totally valid. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm just going to count this as hitting take profit because it's like tapped it. Bro, that's a winning trade. But yeah, we would have got stopped out at break even if I did enter. Which still would have, I think that probably would have been more heartbreaking. But yeah, well, because even, like I said, even if we were confident to trade this, that was my stop loss to break even point. So still wouldn't have won on the day, but yeah, it happens. So on to tomorrow. I've got really bad hay fever, so I'm like, it's super warm right now. But yeah, we'll hopefully get another entry tomorrow.